Today, we will be demonstrating replacing the hold arm on your shear or impact valve, as well as replacing your filters under the dispenser. Before engaging these activities, you should have your personal protective equipment on, as well as familiarizing yourself with the locations of your emergency stop buttons, understanding where your fire extinguishers are, coning off this work site that you'll be working in with cones and cone bars, locking out your pump using your electrical box by flipping the breaker switch, and then using your lockout tag and tagout tags in both the breaker box and on your pump. This is an example of a shear valve that is installed under your pumps. The shear valve is designed to shut off flow to a particular product or all products in the event the pump is hit or dislodged from its base, or you need to shut off fuel flow for maintenance needs. It is located in the bottom of your pump, under your product lines, at the base. You can see them here. To trip your shear valve, you'll see a metal bar attached to the shear valve arm. You simply need to use your fingers to remove the metal bar from the arm and let it rotate down. This will open the valve and you will hear a pop as it opens. That is all that's necessary. Whenever you're working on your shear valve, you need to confirm that there's no fuel flow going through to your pump. In order to do this, you'll want to remove the nozzle from its cradle, bring it down to the ground. Then you want to trip your shear valve. To do that, you'll come down and hit this metal tab, trip it, and you'll hear it pop. After you're done, to confirm that your fuel flow has stopped, you'll put your nozzle into the bucket, press on your handle. You should get a small flow of fuel followed by some drops just for a few seconds, and all fuel should stop. If fuel does not stop and you still have flow, release the handle, put it back in the cradle, and repeat trying to shut your shear valve off. If, in the event, you cannot get the fuel flow to stop going into this bucket after your second attempt, you should connect with the maintenance response team to assist you with opening a work order to have a technician come and look at your shear valve and fix it. In the event you cannot continue fueling on this pump, you should tag out the pump, shut it off the electrical breaker, and bag it off so it cannot be used or returned to service until it is fixed. Sometimes the shear valve arm will break or crack in two and it will trip your shear valve. This happens when the arm is stressed or becomes damaged over time, and you can replace this as a self-maintenance item. In order to do this, you'll need a few tools. You'll need a black magic marker or some other appropriate marker. You'll need a 2mm or a 5/64 inch Allen key, and you'll need an appropriate size wrench to use on the outside portion of the shear valve. It can be an adjustable wrench or an exact size. To do this, it's highly recommended that you take your magic marker and you mark which side of this square post the Allen screw is. And this is a very quick process. If you don't do this, you may become confused on how to remount the arm. This will save you time and frustration when you're working underneath your pump. You'll take your Allen key and you'll insert it into the Allen screw. It should not be very tight. It's a very light twist to get it to loosen up. Make sure that your shear valve has been released while you're doing this. The arm should come off. You can now replace this arm with a new version and put it back on to the post. Remember, we used a magic marker to show which side it should be on. Okay. Once it's in place, take your Allen key, tighten very slightly. It does not require a lot of pressure. You do not want to over tighten and strip the arm. Once it's on, jiggle it to make sure it's firm, and then you can reattach or reset your shear valve. Now, when you're underneath there, these shear valves can be quite tight. Loosening them is easy. Resetting them can be difficult. That is why you want to have a wrench to manipulate the arm back into position. This bolt on the outside of the arm will allow you to do that. You can move it in either direction very easily. Once you're done, and you've turned your pump back on, you've released the shear valve, do check it for leaks or any other damage that may have occurred during the process, and you can bring your pump back online to pump.